This is the ultimate Bugatti Divo. This thing is extraordinarily fast around corners and in a straight line. I will show you the tune and the build at the end. Let's jump into this. Sadly, I just happened to log in apparently as it's getting to nighttime, but let's test the top speed of this monster. Being that this is a Bugatti, of course it's going to be incredibly fast in a straight line. I actually have the gears shortened up on this one just a little bit, because there's no way we're ever going to get into a race where we need to be going 240 miles an hour. It'll do it though pretty easily. Being that I said this is the ultimate Divo, we're going to test it around the Horizon Mexico circuit to see how it compares with the tippity top of the S2 class around here. Alright, here we come on our flying lap. I'm going to attempt to leave this whole lap in here. We're not going to cheat or anything. You guys will be able to see how incredibly good this car is. It's got superb acceleration, being that it's a W16 with 4 turbos. It's got really good tires. It's got the standard tires that come on this car, which are technically racing slicks. It's got downforce. I've tuned the suspension so it'll take corners fairly well, even at ridiculously fast speeds. We're gonna come into here, brake a little late. Don't need to slow down all the way. Power. Use that acceleration and all that horsepower to get some speed going through here. We're gonna brake hard here. Just barely cut into the dirt here and power on the way out. Little bit of slide, that's fine. Keep her going. Slow down here just a little bit, cut that nicely. And we are 53,999. Compare that to the best S2 car in the game, which is a Brabham or that Bad to the Blade in front of us. Around this track, this thing being only 4 seconds shy and not sliding at all is somewhat ridiculous. You got to remember, this thing is heavy. This is a big girl. She weighs a lot. Not to mention, this thing is technically a luxury car. In real life, this thing is not meant to go really quickly around corners. It's meant to be very, very nice to drive in and very, very quick. So being that you can spin it around the track in 53 seconds like this, keeping up fairly close to a Bad to the Blade, which is a purpose-built corner machine, driving inside of it would be like driving inside of a metal box. This is pretty impressive. Now, I know what you're saying. That thing's nowhere even near as fast as the best car in the game. Why are you calling it the ultimate Divo? Because this car is the ultimate version of the Bugatti Divo, and this thing is super easy to drive. Racing some of those super top-end S2 cars, like the previous one that I made a video about, is difficult sometimes. They are so fast, and they are so far ahead of your brain that you have to really be on the brakes and the gas all the time. This thing is super easy to drive. It's also very quick in a straight line. So if you're, I took that a little quick. So if you're on any track that's not pure corners and there are some straights and some places where you can get a lot of speed, this car is going to be very good for them. In fact, that's where we're headed now. But before we do that, we're jumping into the Pyramid of the Moon speed zone. 130 miles an hour is 3 stars on this one. As you can tell, we are clearly going to smoke that with relative ease. 150 around a rather tight corner if you look on the map. And this thing didn't even struggle remotely. So just again, further proof that this thing is super easy to drive and still rather quick. Unbeatable difficulty is what we're going with for this race. This is Cartera Chase. This track benefits from having a very high top speed. Also handling is good, but high top speed is going to be pretty important on this track. That being said, a Jesco is probably going to beat you. A Jesco is usually incredibly fast in a straight line. I don't think they can handle as good as this Divo can. Excuse me, folks. We're going to pass everybody here real quick. Yep. As is typical with both online and unbeatable drivatars, they all tend to crash around these first couple corners. Ooh, taking that a little wide. I am not paying attention to shifting. I'm talking too much. That's fine. We're going to power down here. We're going to keep our speed as much as we can. Going to come cooking into this corner. This corner up here after this one is where we just did our speed zone. This thing can go through here at rather high speeds without too much of a problem. Pretty money. Oh, took that a little wide. That's my bad. That one's my bad, not the car's fault. Just gonna power on down through these corners. Oh, hit that guy, screwed me up. Gentle cruise at 200 miles an hour, no big deal. Here we are pulling up on these guys coming through this corner. No surprise, we're gonna slow down because they're gonna have to. Yep, don't really want to be too rude to them, but that's gonna happen. Just gonna power on down through. Make this corner nice and gently. Very nice. Don't even need to get on the grass. Here we go. This is where our top speed helps us out. Smack the pole. Excuse me, guys. Oh, he died. That guy got killed. Excuse me. Excuse me. Just making my way through. This guy's going to have to cross over, which means he's going to hit the poles or something. He actually literally hit a pole. That's not good. Just going to keep her pinned all the way through here. Missed the bug. Just barely clipped that corner. Easy money. This thing is a monster on tracks like this. High speed is excellent. This also does extremely well on the Hot Wheels tracks. This is amongst my top 3 cars to drive around in free mode. As I've stated, it's fast and it handles well. This is an interesting circuit that I like to play occasionally. Now we are going to be just running this by ourselves, but I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, buddy, the corners on this map are something else. This track benefits from having a car that can make really tight corners. This one, oh, that's my bad. This one can do rather tight corners. It also accelerates so ridiculously hard that it makes it so you can go pretty dang quick on this track, which is a little sketchy considering how tight it is. We get we get up to 100 miles an hour and I'm driving like an imbecile. Yeah, this track is it's something. Oh, buddy, these hairpin corners are super tight. Feels like I need to be in a blue MR2 and I need to whip this corner real hard and take it in the air. Oh, buddy, RIP. That's a reference that some of you guys will get, especially my buddy Cole if he ends up watching this video. Yeah, we don't need to finish this track, but it is a lot of fun. Ooh, even just to come and cruise around it on any different car. Any of your favorite cars. This one definitely is a little fast for this track, but it does handle fairly well on here, especially if you're whipping the e-brake around the corners like I have been. Easy money, and then you accelerate super hard into it, and then you FH5 driving experience it around the corner, and you keep going. Now, there's one thing I know you're all thinking, and that is, can it drift? And sadly, I think the answer is no. Oh, it has way too much emphasis into handling and grip, and I don't think it is really going to be able to drift all that well. Oh, we're good. Really swinging that sucker wide. Really swinging her wide. She will not stay sideways for very long. What a surprise. Got her up to 140. Not bad. Definitely not good, but not bad. There is only one way to end off the racing portion of this video, and that is to take it to the NASCAR circuit, the oval. The time we are trying to beat is set by a Mosler. However, the previous time that I set with this was set by a Brabham, which is a ridiculously fast S2 car. It is the best S2 car in this game, in fact. Oh, buddy. Man, this thing is so fast. Okay, we got to not come in super hot through here. Very nice. Oh, we clipped the edge. You cannot clip the apron in oval circuits. You will die, just like I just did it again. Okay, let's try not to clip this again. We're good. We're coming in rather hot. Oh, that Mosler's so good. Oh, we got to shift down. We can't stay in 6th. That's bad. 5th is all right. Look at that. We are not very far behind this fella. We're 0.4 of a second. In fact, honestly, you give me another hour, we might get a little closer, but I think that's probably going to be about it. Hit it. Oh, come on. Just going to try and keep her. Yes, there we go. There we go. Oh, he passes us there. Then off a little bit, back into it. Oh, come on, sub 12. Sub 12. Oh, that was so close. Anyway, we are 0.4 behind the Mosler, which this is a very fast lap anyway. This thing is nuts. Now for the build. It is all-wheel drive. What a surprise. Got the stock drivetrain. It does have front and rear aero installed because we need all of it that we can get. It's on these standard tires, the stock tires, which are technically racing slicks. They're as wide as they will go in both the front and the rear. And we have the track width all the way out in both the front and the rear, give it a little bit of a wider stance. It has a race transmission. It has a race driveline. It has a race differential. It does in fact have stock springs, which is kind of crazy considering they're literally race springs from standard. It does have race front and rear anti-roll bars. It does have weight reduction, but not fully. It's sport weight reduction. If you take it all the way down, it makes it X class. this is one of the very, very few cars that I like having a roll cage in. It does seem to stiffen the chassis just a little bit more than usual, which is good in this car. It's also a heavy car, so it kind of needs it. And there is no power adders. We could do power adders though, which is actually, come to think of it, these weren't around when I built this car because this car's been so good for so long I have not touched it. But we're gonna leave it. For the two, the tires are 22, 23 and a half. Here's the gearing if you want to copy it. Again, you could extend it and give it a little bit of a higher top speed, but you don't really need it. The alignment is to -1.5, which I probably would adjust that a little bit. We're not going to touch it. This thing's so good, I'm not touching the tune at all. 0.5, 0.3, and 7 degrees. Anti-roll bars are 10 and 60 because 0 and 65 or 70 or whatever the top is, just a little bit too much. It darts really hard into the corners and it throws the rear end loose every time. So I stiffened up the front and loosened up the rear a little bit. There's the springs and it is slammed all the way to the ground. The damping is at 20, 21, and 1 as per usual. Here's the arrow all the way up in the front, most of the way up in the rear, so you can adjust it if you want. Brake, not touching that ever, never touch them. Differential 100 and 0 for both and 80% to the rear. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching the ultimate Divo build, and I will see you guys in the next video.